All right, thank you all for taking the time out today to come in here and sit around and talk with me a little bit about professional development. What I'll do, I'll go around and just introduce everybody real quick. Jennifer Blaney, 7th grade science. Aaron Howard, 5th grade science. Sandra Barrow, 5th and 6th grade special ed teacher. And Tammy Bonds, 5th grade reading. And assistant principal, Mr. Don Hardiman. The first thing I wanted to ask you guys is, for you ladies and gentlemen, how important is professional development to teacher growth?
I feel like it's really important, because the more professional development that we have, it helps us to grow as a teacher, because we're able to take what we learn in professional development and apply it to our classroom.
Okay,
It keeps you from being stuck in that rut that we usually get in
okay,
as teachers.
And it provides us opportunities to be updated with new information, new programs, and progress with education.
okay.
And I like what Jennifer said about using it in our classroom, because for professional growth to be, development to be effective, then we don't just hear it, we have to go back and take it to our classroom and use it, and then that way student achievement is improved.
Okay,
So,
all good points. Do you prefer the small group professional development over district-wide meetings?
Yes.
Yes? Why do you prefer that?
Because usually in a small group, you're with your grade level, or it can be subject specific.
Okay.
It's
Do you
more
feel like
helpful.
you get more out as far as like brainstorming, coming up with ideas and things like that? Do you
Yes.
figure it's a lot easier to do that?
I think so.
Okay.
Makes it easier to implement whatever would benefit your school and your
Okay.
students
Mhm.
and yourself.
So it's relatable.
mhm.
True.
What type of professional development would you like to see more of in our school or our district? Is there a certain thing you'd like to see more of?
Technology. I
Okay.
think there's a lot of different technologies out there that we may not even know about, that we could be introduced to, and then maybe just technologies that we have in our classroom that we can get more out of if
Okay.
we had training on them for professional development.
All right. So technology. Is there anything else that you can think of?
Safety procedures. Other than what we get now, which is rotation on CPR and the restraint training that we get, but more in ideas of how you could defend your room or make your room more or less vulnerable to an intruder. And even if training with a parent down the hall that shouldn't be down the hall.
Yeah, we actually need that role playing of those situations
Yeah,
instead of just saying, "Oh, this is what we're supposed to do."
How
In
to
that moment.
diffuse the
Actually, be able to put it
situation
into effect a
and
little bit.
Mm-hmm.
how to diffuse the situation and points of the conversation that might escalate and the need to get assistance down the hall quickly, not try to handle it just yourself.
I agree
Maybe
with that.
training on EL as well.
And RTI. I would like to see
RTI.
some training on RTI.
Okay.
Not
Alright.
just the training, but like Sandra was saying, give us examples of what to do with RTI. Don't just say,
Right.
do this, this, and this,
Mhm.
but like model, show us how you want it done, because that way that'll help us out too.
And
And
see,
completing the RTI documentation, because without that done correctly, then if a child is referred to special ed, I can't accept the RTI documentation to put into an eligibility report. I would have to not accept that child's referral.
And that delays
Yes,
the child being able
and
to
that child is
get services.
right.
Mm-hmm.
See, I agree with. I think the modeling needs to be done more instead of actually just saying, do this, do that. I think we need to see, I mean, a lot of us are visual anyway, so you see that in action, and I think it makes more sense to you instead of just reading it on a piece of paper and trying to go through the steps.
And a lot of teachers are actually doing intervention, but they don't know how to document and have data, charts to show what they've been doing,
Mhm.
or which kind of interventions to pick
Right.
that would help them go through a special ed referral.
Do you think the teacher should have more of a say when it comes to planning the professional development or choosing it?
Well, I think we have to, because if we don't have the professional development that pertains to what we need,
Right,
then we're not gonna grow as a teacher.
right. I agree with that 100%.
And
Oh.
each school is different. The what's the word I'm looking for? The school culture. Each
Right.
school culture is different. What we may need here is totally different than what they may need in the other end of the county. So I think a more concentrated effort on
Not just across the board,
input
what's specific.
from each school culture, and then even
And the level of the school, if it's
Exactly.
elementary, middle, or high.
Because there's not a
Yeah.
one size fits all,
No.
you
Right.
know,
And that's usually a lot of the professional development we have is
Exactly.
basically
one size.
one thing, go to the training and
Yep.
apply.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, and it may not be that easy to apply at your school as it is, you know, somewhere else. So.
Yep.
So true.
I know a few of you have attended like the Nuts and Bolts conference. How do you feel about those bigger conferences? Do you like them? Do you dislike them? Is there things that you would change about them?
I like that specific one. I've been a couple of times. I'm going this summer again. But I like that one because, again, you have modeling. They do a lot of, they show you how this works in their classroom or how that works in their classroom. And there's a lot of different things, and you can choose from different things
Right.
within that time slot. So there may be 3 or 4 different presentations going on in an hour time slot, and you can choose from those and what you're most interested in.
So it does allow you to kind of pick what you want to focus on and things like that instead of having to wait for one thing to just pop up.
Yeah, there was a lot of participation and interaction with activities in a lot of those that I went to the summer I went.
Yeah.
A lot of times when you're at conferences like that, you're with people that are doing the same thing you are, so you're not only are you getting the conference, but being able to be with people that do the same, teach the same subject
Right.
that you teach, and so you're going to get more ideas from them too, just interacting with
Making a lot of contacts with other teacher peers you could. Yeah,
That's right.
true.
That you could possibly use for reference
Right,
and things like
right.
that through in the future. Do you feel like we need more professional development days? I mean, do you feel like we need more during the school year, or should it be something that's done more in the summer? Or I probably know the answer to this already when I asked it, but just what are your thoughts on it as far as needing more?
I think a lot of times teachers see professional development as a negative because maybe a time waster. We go to it, you don't really get a whole lot out of it.
Mhm.
And I don't think, I think that's when you get a negative taste in your mouth about professional development. But then when it's something that really pertains to you, and, teachers will spend mega hours, researching and finding just the right thing to use in their classroom.
Right.
And that in itself is professional development. So teachers are not against, being able to have professional development, but if they feel like it's a time waster, then that's when it's not a good thing for teachers. Because it takes extra
Right.
planning, If we have to be out of our classroom, we've got to prepare for a sub to come in, and plan that way. And I'm all for that,
It needs to be
if it's,
applicable.
if it's something that's going to be useful.
Right. I agree with that.